Okay, this is Shadows of Minrathous. We have to take Neve as one of our characters. Most of the enemies that we will encounter are going to be vulnerable to cold, which works with Neve, and resistant to fire. However, there is one enemy near the end that is vulnerable to fire and resistant to necrosis. So keep that in mind when choosing your party. Before you go ahead and upgrade. Do all your stuffs. Do all your stuffies. And then, what do I want? Yeah, Shadows of Minrathous. And we're going to Docktown. And I am going to take Lucanus, because there's only that one enemy that's resistant. And check the description for timestamps for gear chests that I find.
Fewer people than I expected. Let's find Asher.
Asher?
The Viper. He prefers to be called Asher in private. Said I could tell you.
Trouble in the Anvallenium. Darkspawn.
But those tunnels are safe passage for...
I know. We've had to close that entrance.
We can help. We've recently had to deal with Blight. Those Darkspawn have to be destroyed before they get out into the city.
If you get through, signal the all clear at the hidden door.
This is troubling. Darkspawn in the city.
And in one of the worst
Don't forget to check in with the merchant.
Shadows rely on this
At this
tunnel to
point, you're
rescue
still
people.
going to be like level 1, so there's not a whole ton of stuff.
Anvallenium is the ancient elven word for womb.
Huh. Interesting. The Anvallenium should have an
Just checking.
entrance this way. The passage is
This
hidden
first
by
fight's
a wall
right here.
carving. Venatori. Why are they so close to the shop? Time to end this. Hey,
There. Is that the wall carving you mentioned?
that's
Oh.
the one. There's a switch behind the serpent's head on the left.
Some gold and heartwood. Dragon's Decoy Memento.
Got it.
Like the ossuary, but without the view.
Don't like the sound of that.
Okay, Magister's Bloodletter Common Appearance. It's in that chest.
That did it. We can get through now.
I got flight on me. Let's kill those shadow dragon rats. I can leave this place.
Company, get ready.
Dragon agents, they're down here with us.
Okay, we've got vulnerable to fire and resistant to necrosis. Vulnerable to chill and resistant to fire.
Get them.
We'll see who wins.
For reinforcements.
Reinforcements. We can't let them reach the Shadow Dragon hideout. Even more Venatori? We have to take out the leaders.
Got us at range.
decent than
The
nothing.
Darkspawn will not stop until we get
I
rid
hope
of
I
the
picked the
blight.
right one.
Beautiful work.
Hell.
Still standing, not bad.
Still blocked. There's another boil somewhere.
Alright, once we defeat these guys, we'll be able to get stronger.
Look at that.
Alright.
They're at range.
Now, Brother Dee and Brother Nomad. Rude. Rude. Okay, vulnerable to chill and resistant to fire. So they're both good. Sick Neve on them. Electricity never hurt anybody.
Not looking good, Rook.
Get out of this tight area here.
Let's finish this.
Wait, did I?
Under fire. Watch it.
Die! For failing! Take this shot.
Those Darkspawn and Venatori were on the same side.
I know, and that worries me. At least that
Okay, we're
seems
gonna
to be
want
the
their
last of them.
loot because we got the bleeding
be
shard
safe.
ring, which I'm actually gonna go ahead and equip.
But the shadows choose the entrance again.
Let's find it and tell them to open up.
And then in here, we're gonna get the Karasat's double hat. It is a helm. Now we can get up here. Magister's Bargain Amulet. It's a duration ability, and I don't know why I have projectile equipped with her, so we'll go ahead and take that. Shortcut. Another memento. Hall of the Unknown Magister.
There it is. The hidden entrance back into the shop.
It's Rook. All clear down here.
Nice work. I'll get the door.
How did the Venatori find the Shadow Dragon's hideout? Isn't it a secret?
We've helped the people in Docktown. They know where we are. Someone might have talked about the shop. People spreading rumors, that's easy to handle. But Darkspawn, that's different.
Oops.
You really saved our skins there, Rook. Those Darkspawn could have destroyed us.
It wasn't just Darkspawn. Venatori were there too, and they weren't fighting each other.
How is that possible? Darkspawn attack all living things.
Darkspawn are blighted. If the gods control the blight, they might control the Darkspawn.
Best not to make assumptions.
Let's not jump to conclusions before we have more answers.
If you're looking for answers about the Venatori, I may have a lead. A warehouse on the other side of the city. Lots of cult activity. And some of them were spotted headed towards a shop. Could be a coincidence, or it could be something more.
It's worth a look.
Agreed. Rook?
Let's go.
One day you'll move.
The Viper, or Asher, I suppose. Is he the leader of the Shadow Dragons?
One of them. He made his name freeing slaves and supporting their rebellion.
So the Viper's real name is Asher?
A middle name. He calls himself Viper for first impressions. Or so he says.
What do you mean?
Asher just doesn't have the same impact, does it?
Okay, we're back where we were when we were here on the first Docktown. They're vulnerable to cold and resistant to fire.
Lord Venatori.
Now, some of them will have shields here. We need to get rid of this crystal so that we can get rid of that. Once we get rid of the crystal, then we can attack them. Everything's on cooldown for me. Got it. There we go. Okay, there's a health jar here, and then there's one at the end of the dock. And if you didn't loot when you were here during Shadow, whatever the first one was that brought Neve here, there's a few items on the docks and then down in the sand and stuff. But we're gonna read this. Damp notice. Stop leaving the rooftop passage open. So if you remember during the first time we were here, there was a closed passage on the roof. That's where we're going. Vulnerable to cold. You know what? Let me try this blizzard thing. To all enemies. I have yet to try this blizzard thing, so let me get a little closer. Well, that backfired. Okay. Blizzard.
How's that?
Let's see how this works.
Let's keep moving before more of them come crawling out.
Got through that.
Don't actually need to open that, but
Venatori. We must be close.
Stay in cover!
Got us at a distance.
That's all the Venatori guarding the place.
Okay.
Right. Here's our way in.
Great. The Venatori are up to something. Time to break it up.
Band of smoke. Which is cold damage and cold resistance. I think I'm actually gonna... what's my ring 2? Weapon damage. Let's put on cold damage. Every enemy in here is weak to cold, with the exception of the big guy, who is weak to fire.
Summoning Darkspawn.
How?
We stop them?
They're controlling Darkspawn.
In that case, you need a
Kill them!
exit.
Or your life!
Not in my city.
Yeah. It's resistant to this, but we're gonna hope the combo does some more damage.
Got us at range. Watch it.
Okay, 2 down.
Say the word.
The gods bless us.
We staggered. Let's take that.
Let's do this again.
Alright, let's finish that guy off. There we go. Now I'm gonna switch to my other weapon where I had put a fire. Don't get too close.
That's all of the Darkspawn and Venatori. Let's search the place and
Quick
figure
start
out what they were
leathers.
doing.
This is loot for defeating the Hurlock guy. Pretty close to what I'm wearing. Venatori missive.
This note. Knight Commander Lenos of the Minrathous Templars is being paid off by
Why does that happen
Venatori.
sometimes?
Damn it.
That just seems like the weirdest thing to have happen. Do I have anybody that... No. Alright. Okay, that was... Got completely distracted by that. I don't know why that happens sometimes. Okay, it's not letting me open it, but... Just rewind and pause and you'll see what it is.
Look at this. Draining into the tunnels below the city, perhaps.
One more way the Venatori released blight into our tunnels.
Ritual instructions.
Oh,
The gods gave the Venatori a relic they can use to control Darkspawn.
And a warning.
This explains the Darkspawn we keep finding in the catacombs.
At least they don't know where the shadow dragons are. Exactly.
Alright, let me see if I can show that stuff now. Yeah. Alright. Helm of Light and Shadow. That's what we got. And then the other one was the Quick Start Leathers.
Hey, Rook, is everything all right in there? Rook, I thought I'd see if you needed help.
Thank you.
Did you find anything in there?
The risen gods taught the Venatori how to control Darkspawn. Explains why the hideout was attacked.
We found documents from the Knight Commander. I knew he was crooked. I didn't think he was actually Venatori.
Let's head back to the shop. We'll discuss things there.
You managed to catch the stragglers fleeing the warehouse.
They'll think twice before coming back here. What else did you find?
The Venatori serve Elganon and Gillenane like we thought. They gave the cult control over Darkspawn.
Great. Sounds like the Venatori are going to be even more trouble.
I am here to help.
Is there something I can do? The risen gods are my responsibility too.
How do we know we can even trust you? You're not from here. You don't know Minrathous like we do. And we know as little about you as we do these risen gods you unleashed.
Now, what is it they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The cult has its hooks deep in the city. Venatori backers sit in the magisterium chambers, and now they wield power given to them by the gods. We'll have to get along if there's any chance of surviving this.
May, what are you doing here? You promised you'd lay low.
Tried it, didn't much care for it.
Hi, I'm Rook.
Nice to meet you. I'm Rook.
There's trouble in Minrathous, Venatori and risen gods. Rook's helping us with it. Nevaris is one of the Shadow Dragon leaders.
Mayvaris Talani, formerly Magister Mayvaris Talani, at your service.
Wait, formally?
My enemies conspired to have my magisterium seat stripped from me. We can talk about it later, if you want. My concerns feel petty when stacked against risen gods. The Shadow Dragons have a lot to discuss, but you, Rook, are expected at the Swan.
Me? The Cobbled Swan? Why?
The First Warden is here to speak with you.
The First Warden? Let's hope we actually get some help with the Blight.
Come back when you can. I think we'll need your help again.